All right, we are recording. I guess this is some kind of a face reveal, even though I did show myself a few times before. For those of you who haven't seen it, this is Code with Antonio. This is what I look like. I want to talk about the way I make my YouTube videos today, things I can do to improve them, and something I've been working on for the past 2 months. So how would I make a new video today? Well, it will all start with me building it for myself first. In this first build, I decide what the architecture is going to look like. I make the technical decisions about the tech stack that I'm going to use. I fix all of the bugs, all of the errors. I do some refactoring if I hit some dead ends. And then I package it up and I start rebuilding it for you on YouTube. With this method, everything that I do when I record myself works on the first try. That is because all of the architecture has been pre-decided in this first build that I did for myself, which also means that all of the errors and bugs are avoided. So essentially, if you just copy what I do for the next 10 hours, you will end up with a finished project. Sounds good, right? Well, there are some obvious problems with this method, but they are what a lot of people want to see on YouTube. They want to get from point A to point B. But in the age of AI, this simply isn't as useful as it might have been 3 years ago. So it's time to rethink how tutorial should look like. One way we could fix this is instead of recording myself rebuilding the project, I just record myself building it for the first time. With this method, I will inevitably get stuck and hit some kind of dead end. Then you're gonna have to watch me make some technical decisions to get out. Then I might encounter some errors and bugs, and you will have to watch me debug and refactor the project live on camera. The outcome of this style of teaching is that you will understand how I think rather than understand what is the next line of code in order to get from point A to point B. So a drastic difference in teaching. Essentially, instead of code with Antonio, you would learn how to code like Antonio. This is an idea that I've had in mind for a long time now, but it's not really as simple as it sounds. If you thought my 20-hour videos were long, wait until you hear that this style of video would be 200, if not even more, hours long. That is because the reality of coding is not as straightforward as my current tutorials. Sometimes I get stuck for days and have no idea how to move forward. And there simply wasn't any way that I could package the reality of coding and publish it to YouTube without it being extremely long and honestly extremely boring as well. Or at least that was true until I started using AI in my daily workflow. And 2 months ago, I made this post where I quote unquote admit that I've been using AI to write 99% of my code. And just as I expected, it got varying reactions. Some people could finally relate and explain their workflow, while others thought that this is vibe coding and couldn't disagree more. I want to show you a distinction between agentic coding and vibe coding, because a lot of people mix the two. Vibe coding is essentially only focusing on the outcome rather than the technical specification that goes into building a new feature or an entire new app. You mostly see this being used by non-technical people because they don't know how to write specifications. They are also focusing on doing as less work as possible and keeping the human in the loop as minimal as possible. They just want to let their AI run autonomously, and their prompts usually look something like this. Build me a Facebook clone, build me a YouTube clone, or build me a $1 million SaaS. This is what I've been working on instead. It's called agentic coding, and in comparison to vibe coding, you are the orchestrator, you are the architect, you are the one who drives the decisions and specifications with the goal of amplifying your skills, not replacing them. For comparison, this is what a prompt might look like for a person who is doing agentic coding. Let's say that I notice one service of mine in my codebase is being scattered and wiring is across 5 different files. I will create a prompt like this. Create a plan to consolidate a service which is currently being maintained across 5 different files. Use an architectural style that matches our current codebase. Keep the structure flat and do not introduce too many abstractions. Just by this prompt, you can already understand that whoever is doing this is on top of their codebase. They aren't using AI to replace their skills or to think for them. They are simply using it to speed up what they would do anyway themselves. That brings us back to this ideal improved version of my tutorials where I don't rebuild the project in front of you, but record myself building it for the first time. I said that this isn't possible because of how long it would take. But with agentic coding, I can now reduce hundreds of hours of thinking and typing into just a few hours of prompting. That is why I decided to build a 2-week workshop with a new module dropping every few days. In this workshop, you can digestibly consume this content. And in each module, I show you how I approach implementing a new feature rather than telling you what is the next line of code for the entire chapter. The difference between learning through a workshop in comparison to my YouTube tutorial is a night and day difference. On YouTube, everything works the first try, and you can just passively listen to me tell you the next line of code. In this workshop, you're almost forced to actively observe my thoughts and my prompts so you can apply the same to your codebase. Agentic coding, as better as it is from vibe coding, is still non-deterministic, which means that more likely than not, your version of this project will be different than mine, which is exactly what we want. I don't want you to clone what I do. I don't want you to copy what I do. I want you to understand my technical decisions and then recognize the same in your codebase and learn how to apply them. This is by far the most valuable piece of content I have created in the last 3 years. It is still as easy to follow along as my YouTube tutorials, but it forces you to think. It forces you to come up with your own solutions and recognize bad patterns in your codebase the same way I recognize them in my codebase. You end up with the skill to build anything rather than just one finished project like you do in my YouTube tutorials. I want to teach you how to code like Antonio, not how to code with Antonio. I finally want to show you how I think, and it will be exclusively available on codewithantonio.com. This workshop will start very soon, and now is the perfect time to grab your seat early with a massive 40% discount. Grabbing your seat early also means that you have early access to the YouTube video, source code, live office hours with me in the Discord where you can ask me any questions, and you also get a proper live cohort experience with a new module dropping as the curriculum has been organized. Once the cohort has started, you will no longer be able to purchase the live experience of it. So make sure you grab your seat now. This is the very first time that I'm providing such a unique learning experience, and I couldn't be more excited to finally announce it and to finally go live with the cohort. Go ahead and grab your seat early. And lastly, I want to hear what do you think about this new way of teaching. And if you would like to see me introduce some varying content on this channel besides the 10-hour tutorials. For example, how about an hour of just refactoring and nothing else? Or an hour of just fixing errors? I think that's a unique perspective and a closer experience to the reality of coding than my massive 10-hour tutorials. I want to start a new direction of this channel where I still produce high quality tutorials, but also give you a lower barrier to entry. So you can actually get some value out of my videos without having to invest 10, 20 hours into it. Let me know what you think and see you in the next video.